Are we waiting for an ad? Hold on. We'll give it a few minutes. Oh, I'm a little bit off on a few things today. You guys are a little bit shimmied that way because I have a cabinet over here. But we are here. We are live. We are Saturday. People are leaving. They expected a different dude. I don't know. Like, I'm in the picture that you clicked on to get here. Who did you think was going to show up when it started? What? What do you mean, what? I don't know. I'm just watching the numbers go down. But the numbers are lying. Hey, we've established already that those numbers up in the corner there actually are not accurate. I just think it's funny that, like, there'll be like 7 people or 8 people waiting. It'll tell me when I start, and then I'll start, and then I'll watch the numbers go like 8, 7, 6, 5. Like, every time. I don't know like who they think is going to show up, but it's me every time. And I know that might be disappointing, but I'm in the picture that you clicked on to get here. So, I need a bevy. It's just me and Stanifer hanging out. That's fine. You having a bevy, Mike? I'm gonna get a bevy. Because it's Saturday, which is my Friday. Oh, we got a couple more. BJ's here. Jason Bass is here. Bummer, it's only you. Yeah. No, I've got a cold, he says. Every time I get a cold, I kill it with whiskey. I sound like I'm joking, but I do that. DOS XX. I don't know what that is, but enjoy it. Might have some vodka then. There you go. There you go. Have a bevy. Usually what I do when I get a cold is I either kill it with whiskey and sleep, or I kill it with NyQuil and sleep. NyQuil and what's that other stuff that you mix into hot water? It's like a lemon powder. I don't remember what it's called. And I sweeten it with honey. And I just crush a couple of those. No, NyQuil's different. NyQuil's the bottle of liquid stuff. What's the lemon powder stuff that you make? You essentially make tea with it, but it's like a neocitrin. There you go. B. Pinnell's got it. Neocitrin. I did like a double dose of neocitrin with a bunch of honey. And just like crush some of that, and then crush some NyQuil, go back to bed. And then when I wake up, double dose of neocitrin, NyQuil, back to bed. And after like 2 or 3 rounds of that, I'm all better. Or whiskey. Buzzard 111. I'm going to call you Buzzard. Nice to see you. Hope all is well. Everything is absolutely fantastic. Kalpa's back from Florida. Got some old folks, some new folks. Oh, we are going to do a little bit of hanging out tonight. We're going to pop a little piece of Myrtle up on the lathe. Because normally the first one of these in the month is just kind of hanging out and having drinks and talking and stuff. But I feel like just a little thing, just a little like 6x2, shouldn't take very long. We can just crush it out and then come back and do the sitting down and hanging out part. That's my theory. We all know how theories work out sometimes, but the idea is that that's what we're going to do. I got my my lathe tool cabinet here under the first coat of finish that is ready to go back up on the wall. I'm probably only going to do 2 coats of finish on it. It's a shop cabinet thing. And then I can get all the ancillary parts put into it that actually hold the lathe tools, and I can get the drawer boxes finished and put in. It's close. It's close. Nice to find your channel. I'm a woodworker, but I haven't turned much. That's exactly what this channel is about. And like, I haven't done anything that much. I'm just trying stuff, finding my way through it, and bringing people along. So you're more than welcome. What seems to be your best-selling blank bowl size? Hold on. What, see, my best-selling, like the one that the blank size that I buy the most, or the bowls that sell the most after I've made them bowls? Or are those two things the same? I don't know. The bowls I sell the most of are probably the ones that sell after I turn. The ones I sell the most of are probably the ones that I can justify pricing in the $40 to $50 range, which are kind of, well, like the one that I'm going to make tonight is probably, if it comes out okay, I can probably sell it for 30, 35 bucks, and it'll probably sell pretty good. So little sort of 6x3s, 7x2s, 7x2.5 kind of size ones probably move the most, because I feel like that's kind of what people are looking to spend on it. Like, when you sell a $120 bowl, it's awesome, but the people who are willing to spend $120 on a bowl don't just come around as often, you know? So, is there a particular shape bowl that sells the best? I don't know, because I don't, I just make shapes that are pleasing to me, and then they sell, or they don't. I haven't done enough selling of bowls to be able to establish round sells good. Yeah. Generally round is good. That's funny. I find people find if they are visually appealing, it'll sell. As long as it's a nice piece of wood and it's visually appealing and you've priced it right. I don't know that there's one shape of sides or anything that sell better than others. Can't get nothing past B. Pinnell. Yeah, he's a quick one. C. Pinnell is off gallivanting again, so we don't have a wrench. So there better not be any weirdos, or I'll have to give somebody else a wrench. Let's get the bowl up, and we'll see what we can do with that. I'm not going to put a ton of time in it. If it's going badly, I'm just going to walk away, and we're going to come back and sit down. Or I could give it to, oh no, give the wrench to B. Pinnell. There's been talk about that. If we need a wrench, maybe I will give it to B. Pinnell. Does B. Pinnell know what to do with a wrench? Has B. Pinnell ever had a wrench on anybody's channel? Maybe he'll be like, I don't know what to do with this wrench. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That's right. Is it necessary to drink your own urine? No, it's not. But it's healthy and I like the taste. We don't need a wrench as long as there's no weirdos that show up and start going off about weirdo things. Oh, not stable there. How is that? Is that okay? You can get actually the whole blank in your screen today. That's what's good about the little guys. All right. See, my tools are still spread out all over the place because my rack isn't done. I don't have any idea if that's sharp. We're going to find out. I'm at about 1100 RPM right now. And Bennett is asking me on Facebook Messenger if I'm going live tonight. Why don't you just go check or turn the notification bell on your YouTube subscription? Did you guys have your notification bells turned on your subscriptions so that you know when I release a video or go live? Because you should. And also, have you hit the thumbs up button? Because that's important for some reason. I'm not sure why exactly. Okay, we're at, 11:02 according to Laguna. Love Myrtle. Cuts easy. And of course there's a damn crack in the thing. Of course there is. If only I had a solution for that. Like some really good tinted super glue of some kind. It could turn away. I don't know how deep it goes. Should we try to turn it away? And then we'll, if we need to get some glue in there, we'll get some glue in there. We're just making a simple little shallow dish tonight anyway, so like, let's not overthink it. I don't know that we're getting through that. Round that off, and then we'll get some glue in there. Just otherwise, we'll lose too much wood. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's still going, so let's just seal it up. We'll go with ye old brown medium thick Starbond. I do have a Starbond link and discount down in the comments or in the section there below the video, where you can get, I don't remember what it is, somebody tell me, 15% off maybe? 10? I don't know. There's a discount down there, and if you enter my code, then you get a discount, I get a little bit of money, everybody wins. You get fantastic glue. Get some in that crack there. Let it seep down a little ways in before we activate it. If I would have done it earlier, it wouldn't be trying to leak down this way. Because I wouldn't have been. There we go. That's bubbles are starting to stop. Let that. We'll have a little drink. Yep, you're caught. I bet it figured out that we're live. I was making fun of you. It's like, Bennett's messaging me to see if I'm going live tonight. Well, I'm turning at the lathe. Live on YouTube. We'll have a drink. We'll let that. You don't have to. Like, the reason you use the activator is that I should be able to just go straight back to it, but we're just hanging out anyway. If that crack goes like super deep and that glue doesn't do what I need it to do, we're not turning anything tonight because I'm not putting another thing on the lathe. It's a nice plain wall behind me. Thank you. I'm pretty happy with my plain wall. It's getting fleshed out. A few more things I'd like to upgrade, a few more options I'd like to have up there, but it's getting there. Need a shoulder plane or a rabbiting something type plane. Maybe a rabbiting block plane. I really like the Lee Nielsen rabbiting block plane. Maybe both of those things. Maybe a rabbiting block plane and a shoulder plane. I don't really need a number 7, but it would be cool to have one. And a nice smoother. All my smoothers are garbage. Probably a Veritas bevel up smoother. Probably. Oh, how's everybody doing? Anybody else making anything these days? And get this lathe tool cabinet done and up on the wall. I could put it up on the wall right now. It's dry. I put the first coat on last night. Cutting board, says King B. Howdy, guy. Nothing wrong with some cutting boards. BJ's making pens as usual. Yeah, but you got, oh, no, you don't. I was going to say, you got custom grit now, though, but that's Stanifer. Got the custom grit. Did you ever buy the custom grit, BJ? I don't remember. You bought some things, but I don't remember what. I know I've sent stuff your way. Kalpa's still trying to put a new shop together. You do as well. Okay, good. Isn't it like the best pen finish ever? Like, so easy and awesome. Love the custom grit. Yeah, it's so good. That was a good invention, Scott. Scott's not here again. Hope we're still friends. I didn't think we were fighting, but it does save a lot of time. It's like just last stage before you pull it off the lathe, you just boom, done. You final sanded and finished at the same time. No current projects on the go here. Still deciding what to work on tonight. I'm gonna guess it's gonna have something to do with RC trucks. Fancy new bumper. You should make a winch. You have a... I don't remember if your truck has a winch. You should make a winch, like with a little motor in it that turns a thing, and you just make it all from... Yeah, you make it out of like a windshield washer motor or something. Would that be strong enough? I don't know. Still haven't finished the trailer. Right. Forgot about the trailer. By the way, it's pronounced Kapla, with the emphasis on the pla. Oh, geez. Kapla. Kapla. I think you're just messing with me, making me say things for fun. Kapla. Is it Klingon? Is it actually like an actual... Okay. Kapla. Yeah, okay. I'll see what I can do. I don't know. No guarantees. buy a winch for $30 that'll actually work. Yeah, but that's fine. But that's not fun in the shop, though. You make one out of stuff, little bits from your shop. That's more fun. Like, yes, I could have bought a cabinet or a rack or something to hang my lathe tools, but it's more fun to build my own, and it'll be nicer. Shit, just buy one. That's not the attitude we want here. The attitude of this channel is, why buy something you can make it yourself for more money and have it maybe not be as good. Got a metal lathe I can borrow. No, I don't have a metal lathe you can borrow. But you don't have to make all of the individual parts. You buy the parts and make it yourself. The little motor, and a little spool thing, and a little metal cord. I don't know. Fine, just buy one. I don't care. I don't make your decisions for you. All right, let's see if that helps. Do a couple more cuts, and if it's deeper than that, then I'm just gonna hang out with you guys for tonight. I mean, I could throw up another little piece, but no. This one or bust for tonight. Flatten off the bottom. And I don't have any room anywhere. Shop's a mess. Mike, come clean my shop. Okay, I just went right through it, and I'm back to crack. But I think if I fill it now, at least I'm closer to the final shape that I want. Maybe just sanding after that, but if it's gonna go through to the inside of it, and then I'm gonna have to fill in there too. I don't know. Get it shaped the way you want, then fill it. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, let's finish the shape and then we'll fill it. Hold on. Can you not finish with the crack? I mean, I can, but I'm always worried that I'm going to end up exploding it. And I'd also rather not have it in somebody's house and then have that crack continue to crack and then get a call that the bowl fell apart. Let's have a look. We could could try to go the other way with it. Try to go this way and get it out of there, and then have sort of like a flare out kind of a bowl instead of a come in kind of. Yes, that's what we're gonna try. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Got through the crack because it was right there. And that's kind of a cool shape. Not quite round. Got to get round around that lip, but I'm actually happy with this. Hey. Okay. Let's get round on that rim. And we'll do something down here. I don't know what. That turned out well. That was a good cut too. I'm not going to touch this again. Now we're around there. Let's back to the bottom. Okay. Yeah, we figured it out. That was a good cut on this thing, this part. And mortise, and I think I can get a little cleaner up here. That top bit. Let's go with this guy. Yep, good stuff, good stuff. Mortise in the bottom, sanding, custom gritting, flipping it around, half hour in. We're in a good place. We're in a good place. Where's my stuff? Yeah. Okay. These are good cuts, so I'd probably start pretty high there. Might have to go a little lower there. But let's and we're trying to be quick tonight, so let's go without power. Let's just go handheld. I'm gonna try starting with 240, and we'll see. Because those were actually good cuts. I was pretty sharp. I do have to turn the vacuum on though. Loud noises. 240, 320, custom grit. Go. Custom grid. Step one. Available in the Etsy store, which is linked below. My favorite finishing product for turned things anyway. I haven't used it on a flat anything. But I'm gonna, because I got some epoxy. We'll try some epoxy things. People have been bugging me to try epoxy things for a while. So I'm gonna. Buff it in. It does want to grab on you for the first bit while the abrasive breaks down. But then you can turn it up. Resin wasn't so doggone expensive. I hear you. It was a hard bullet to bite, but I found some that was at least I think reasonably priced. I got 5 liters for about $170. tank. And it's like a semi-deep pour, so it'll do 2-inch pours. It won't do like big casting, like bowl blank size pours probably, but it's not what I got it for. There we go. There's our step one. I'm just gonna do a quick step two. The step one, honestly, is plenty smooth, really, in the grand scheme of things. Especially when this is supposed to be the Hangout show. We'll just do a quick buff in, buff out with the step two. And we will move on. Actually, then we'll go have another drink, and then we'll move on. Bring in. A little bit of flamey up here. A little bit of flamey up there. That's cool. So we got ourselves a little Myrtle dealy. Have another bevy. There's some chatoyance. This is correct. Oh, and then we're 38 minutes done the outside. Inside should be relatively quick because it's only going to go an 1 3/4 deep, 1.5 inches probably. Be a nice little candy dish or peanut dish or entryway keys change dish or something. Oh, Megan's here. Look out. She's just going to buy it. Oh, yep, good week. Another good week. Well, let's get the cabinet up on the wall. Then I have more, then I don't feel so... Yeah. So that's the new lathe tool cabinet, at least the carcass of it. And then I'll show you the other bits. Got the drawers. Dovetailed drawer things, just the same as I make all my other drawers. Got the walnut front and Douglas fir front. That piece of walnut is going to light up like a Christmas tree, man. It's going to be awesome. And then for the upper place that actually holds the tools, I've got this thing that I've made that slopes slightly to the back, so it's angled when it sits in there. And it's got spots with little cork. And I put a walnut strip on the front. Let's take the tape off. Did that last night, so that's more than dry. Some unnecessary walnut on the front because I can. And because then it goes with, then the bottom part, this part, matches the top parts, the walnut, like actual hanger things that the tools like notch into. It's gonna be cool. Walnut is never unnecessary. I don't know. Depends what your definition of necessary is. Oh, it's yeah. Is it necessary to drink your own urine? Oh. So yeah, there's my bottom contraption with the walnut front and the little discs of cork that sits at an angle in the bottom. And then these go up above, and I've got them notched out in different sizes, and this one's going to be for a couple of skews. I got two of them because I got essentially two different length tools. I've got the shorties, and then I've got the taller ones. So this will be like that kind of a thing in the cabinet. Get that finished up over the next couple of days so that I can start messing with some epoxy. And the old cabinet that was up in that spot is actually made out of melamine. So I'm going to bust it up and make epoxy forms out of it. Reuse, recycle. Because I was just going to throw it in the dump. But then I realized that, like, if I'm going to use scrap melamine to make forms, why don't I use scrap cabinet thing to make forms? Yeah, that's the story of the tool rack cabinet thing. So rack or a cabinet? It's a rack. That's what it is. It's a doesn't have doors on it, so is it a cabinet? Does a cabinet is there a requirement in order for something to be called a cabinet that it has to have doors on it? Question. I don't know the answer. Discuss. Got two drawers in the bottom, but the top part is just open. Is it a cabinet? It's not really a rack because they don't like click in. But is this a rack? These are just little shelves. I don't know definitions of stuff. Still a cabinet, Jennifer says. Is it a depth thing that makes something a cabinet? It's only like 7 inches deep. Sides make it a cabinet? Even if the sides, what if the sides are only like 3 inches deep and then it's just like shelves or something? Is it still a cabinet? There's going to be a weird gray area. Because I mean, this kind of has sides. They're only that deep, and it's more like a frame. It's a cabinet too. I don't think it really matters, but it's an interesting thing to ponder. When does something go from being a cabinet to being something else? Like, when does something go from being a cabinet to being a frame? box is a box, Lenzen says. It's true. Doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter what we call it. Is it rabinet? Is it? I think it's a it's a cabarack. It's a rack with drawers and sides. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if there is like an actual, like, because furniture making is like, it's stupid specific about stuff. Like there's some woodworking document of official terms for things. Like when does something go from sideboard to credenza to hutch to, you know, like there's got to be certain aspects of those things that. So Mike's thingy with stuff. Yeah, okay, we can just go. Mike, I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a cabinet because if we don't think a cabinet requires doors, then it's a cabinet. If a cabinet requires doors, it's not a cabinet. The maker decides what it is. This is true. If I want to call it a cabinet, I can call it a cabinet. If somebody says that's not a cabinet, it doesn't have doors, maybe they're right. But then what is it? It's a dumb question. I don't have a Lily hypothetical question tonight, so we might just have dumb questions. Like when does a rack become a cabinet? When does a credenza become a hutch? Become a sideboard? You know. If Pinnell was here, he'd be looking it up right now. Let's vertical wall dresser. It's whatever it is, it's gonna be awesome. Like, see this? Just hold on a second. This part goes in there. Goes in there, I said. And this is hard to do with one hand. Drawer. Couple of drawers, rack thing, and then these guys like up in there for the tools to rest against. Yeah. So whatever we're going to call it, it's going to be a thing that holds my lathe tools. And it's going to be rad. It's taken too long to do. It's okay. That's why I use the hammer most of the time, so that kind of crap doesn't happen. I don't think I dinged it. Okay. Oh, Mike Bennett. It's gonna be a little bit of wobbly. You're gonna worry about it being wobbly because I did kind of like crown the bottom a little bit, and I think it might be one of your favorites. It's a little bit tippy. He loves when I do that. He's always worried about knocking his bowl over for some reason. All right, get the inside out, and we can enjoy some bevies and some chat. get this thing spinning properly. Come on. 1750. There we go. Let's get the inside out of this thing. See where we're at. Feels like we're going pretty good. Where is my... There. We can go, oh geez, 1 inch and 3/8 before we have to worry. Yeah, might worry at 1 inch and 3/8. And we are at just about 1 inch already. Oh, look at that. We're clipping along. Back you guys up because I gotta come by here. We gotta remember that we're coming down and then we're swooping in. You guys were hoping that I would forget that. We're in 1 inch and 1/8. We can do another 1/4 inch through the bottom, but I don't want to mess with the sides just yet. That's pretty close. Maybe one more cut. All right, now we'll go over to Scrapey Dealy. We'll smooth those out. Everybody hanging in? We got people dropping off. Remember not to make The inside bigger than the outside. You're not in charge of me, Stanifer. Some tear out happening in there somewhere. That's that high-pitched, like, unpleasant noise. Then I need a pencil. Where's my black wing? All right. There, I can take out. But other than that, I'm actually relatively pleased. I think I might just get the rest of sanding. Let's just sand it. Call it done. Get out of there. Start at 120 and see how it goes. Loud noises again. Move you guys back in a little bit. And see a little better. do a slurry sand with 600. And we'll be done. An hour into the show. Hey, look at that. Might be a new record. But this might also be crap. We don't know yet. We haven't looked at the inside of it. I think it's probably going to be okay. I don't know. You can never tell until you turn it off, but I have a feeling. I've never seen a piece of Myrtle that actually got finished that I was like, oh, that is an ugly thing. I don't think. I don't think that's ever happened, but I could be wrong. And we'll buff some of the hard wax in there too. To finish finishing it, as they say. Should do her. Should we see what we got? Yep. That's it's a pretty okay little dish. I am pleased enough with that, I think. For an hour and 6 minutes with a break in the middle. Yeah, it is a little bit tippy. Just for you, Mike. Just for you. It's a little, it doesn't have a, it'll be fine on a flat. My workbench isn't perfectly flat. It's not. It's fine. It's probably shouldn't have done the little crown on the bottom. I was trying something trying to add a little bit of a lift to it. And I think I maybe Shouldn't have done that. It's fine. It is pretty. And it is... This are cool. They're like... There was a... Is that a limb? Maybe these two limbs going between these knots, and you can still see like the remnants of them in there or something. Maybe, I don't know. That's pretty cool though. And on the outside too. I don't know. It's fine, and it was fun, and it was relatively straightforward and easy, and nothing really bad happened. We wasted some precious Star Bond CA glue. But here, where are all my peeps tonight? We haven't seen Beckham. We haven't seen the Atkins Whites. We haven't seen Paul Waldrop. We haven't seen... Who else? Beckham, Paul. C. Pinnell told me that he might not make it. The Atkins Whites. Tony Lopez. I was going to get to Tony Lopez. He finally showed up. Where's Amber? BJ's here, but I haven't seen Amber. I've seen Megan, but not Ken. Yeah, little Myrtle. I haven't seen Marv in a while either. That's true. I talk to him on Facebook sometimes, but I haven't seen him on the show. Amber's playing darts. Amber's a dart player. I have a dart. That cabinet right there is my dartboard. I'm not good, but I thought that a shop needed a dartboard, so I put one in. But I have to, like, as you can tell from where it is versus the table saw, I actually have to roll the table saw out of the way to play darts. Ken's phone is broken. It's a pain for him to sign in now. Well, tell him to stop chasing wasps around the property and go get a new phone. Oh, dude, we have to play the game of darts soon. That's a good point. We have not played. I haven't played. Yeah, been a long time since I played a game of darts. I think I have your darts here, don't I, Mike? Are your darts here? I don't know. I got a brand new set. You got me a set for Christmas that's still in this drawer unopened. A brand new set of darts that I haven't even tried yet. That's how often I play darts. Have you had a chance to finish up your desk organizer yet? That's... If I didn't know you, and I thought you were serious, I could design you a desk organizer and you could make it. How's that? I already did design it. I explained it to you. Just make the desk organizer. If you buy it from me, it's going to cost you $400 because I'm going to resaw like 1/4-inch thick book match chunks of walnut. And it's just like, I'm going to go way over the top with it. And because that's what I do. That looks rad. That's the first time that I've actually like put the drawers in. They're obviously not finished yet, but I haven't put the drawers in or that base down since I put the walnut strip on the base. And then these go up. That's going to look awesome. And those drawers are going to look awesome. And they're going to match the whiskey cabinet And the tool cabinet over there with the one walnut drawer. Yeah, this thing's going to be great. And I like that I thought to put little cork dealies so that when I put the tool in there, it doesn't want to move around. Right? And then that'll rest in up there. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Stoked that that's just about done. Where's my mallet? And why isn't it on the wall? Like it's enormous. Why do I not see it immediately? That's gonna bother me. Huh. I don't know how I'm not immediately seeing my giant mallet. Eh. Oh, there we go. Little Myrtle bowl. Tool rack in it. Cab rack. Just about done. Maybe Tony Lopez has an opinion. Tony, at what point does a rack become a cabinet? What's the definition of a cabinet? Does a cabinet need to have doors on it? Is this tool rack cabinet thing over here, is that a cabinet? If it doesn't have doors on it? Why are you always losing hammers? Right? That one's enormous. Like, how could I even... The head on that thing is like... It's like a child's head. But a great video on the music box. Thank you very much. I had a good time doing that. I actually thought that video came out really well too. I've started digging into the YouTube music archives because I got sick of listening to my own like guitar strum riff thing behind my videos. And there's some decent music in there, but they're all really short. So you have to find a couple that'll like go together okay in your video, which is kind of the annoying part. But yeah, I'm liking using the YouTube music. I think it gives things a little bit better energy. Scott's not here. We got Scott, Kyla, Beckham, Amber, the Atkins Whites, Waldrop. Cabinets have... See, Lopez thinks cabinets have doors. That's where my head goes when I think of a cabinet. If it doesn't have doors on it, I kind of don't consider it a cabinet. But then what is it? Like... Because it's not really a rack either. And what if I put shelves in it? Like, what's this? It's just shelves, but it's like a contained box. So it's not just shelves, like those are just shelves on a wall. Okay, that's a cabinet. It's got doors. Is that not a cabinet because it doesn't have doors? And therefore this is not a cabinet because it doesn't have doors? And this is a cabinet because it has doors? Or because it has a door? It's a cubby. I don't think that's a technical woodworking term. Shelving unit. I don't know. Like I said, I want to say it's irrelevant, but it does bother me. It does bother me that I don't know what a cabinet without doors is called. It's a wall-mounted credenza. Yes. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. It's a wall-mounted credenza. Sideboard. Hutch. Oh, what do you guys want to talk about? Let's hang out for a bit. It's only an hour 17. A ventilated storage unit. It's got extra airflow. Bothers me. Oh, I can't wait to get that done. Clean the shop, because I always do a clean, like, I don't do a deep clean, but I always like to clean up after a major project. That's a major project for me, by the way. And then so that I can have a fresh start in the fresh shop. And then I'm going to play with epoxy. I'm going to cut up this big slab of alder. And we're going to pour some epoxy and mix colors in it. And yeah, make some serving trays and coaster sets, and we do swirls of color and pigment through epoxy, rivers of epoxy. Because I'm only like 4 years behind on that trend. I just think I would have to try like epoxy pouring in a project eventually. So, and that was one of my resolutions, my shop resolutions for 2021, was at some point this year that I would play with some epoxy. So, and then once I get that done, in order for me to fulfill my shop resolutions for the year, I need to try a segmented turning. So after the epoxy, I'm gonna have to cut some segments and glue them back together into rings and then turn it. And I'll probably only have, I'll have 3 months before the end of the year. I'm on pace. I'm on pace to fulfill my shop resolutions. I mean, hell, guitar took half the damn year. So take the other half of the year to do the other 2. Just found out about the huge radiation explosion that ruined life's one in the Soviet in the mid 80s. What? You talking about Chernobyl? I'm not sure. You might want to clarify what that question is, Tony. Wasn't ventilation on there? On where? What? Oh, I'm so confused. Like, part of it's the delay. It's not Cherry Noble, but yes, I think he's talking about Chernobyl. And if that's what you're talking about and you just found out about Chernobyl, you should write to somebody in the education system where you went to school. If you're not talking about Chernobyl, then maybe I also don't know about the thing you're talking about. Oh, on your resolution list, wasn't ventilation. Yeah, dust mitigation was on the list. And that was part of the tool resolutions or like shop upgrade resolution. I'm just talking about project resolutions right now, Megan. Just wait till you hear about Fukushima. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how you didn't or ever heard of that either, Tony. That was a big deal. Yeah. What were the other shop resolutions for the Okay, the project were guitar, segmented turning, and play with epoxy. Shop resolutions were dust mitigation. No, shop stool was not on the list, Staffer. I'm just concerned about your lungs, boy. Don't be that way. We're having fun. Fix the stool. I think I'm just gonna buy a new stool. I think at this point the stool is too far gone. It was dust collection / mitigation and not hurting myself. So far so good on that. Floor mats, which I did, at least over at the lathe. Gunmetal pen. I'll make you a gunmetal pen. I have brand new hardware. I'll make you a gunmetal pen. What kind of wood do you want, Tony? Now that I've got you. I can't remember the last shop resolution. It was don't hurt yourself. Dust collection / mitigation. And buy a new stool. I thought this show was about making stuff. Yeah, it is. But I don't feel like it. I need to just put a new piece of plywood on the bottom and screw it back on. But it's like, it's not just that. Okay, so the stool comes off the base, right? So I could just put a new piece of, but it's also the base itself, like the metal ring snapped and I lost the bolts that attached to this one. And like the whole thing is not make a wood stool. Yeah. But I have so many other things that I would rather make than a stool. And honestly, like sometimes people just give them away on the side of the road. Like sometimes they drive by stuff that's got a free sign on it and there's a stool there. Why don't I just get that one? Surprised he hasn't fell out live. It's relatively stable. It's just really broken. And I think anybody else probably would have a hard time dealing with it, but I'm used to. Random question then. Where'd you get your belt? Nightmare Before Christmas belt. Where did I get my nightmare? That's the one that I'm wearing. I want to say Spencer's. You guys got a Spencer's? It's probably where I got it. I stopped and looked at a free stool on the way home today. I see Mike knows there's piles of stuff on the side of the road that say free on them, and sometimes there's a stool. You don't have a Spencer's. Wait, because you're in little shit town North Alberta. I bet Edmonton has a Spencer's. How far are you from Edmonton? Next time you go to Edmonton, go to the mall, go to Spencer's. They'll have a whole rack of these kind of belts. They're like seatbelt buckle belts. I've got Nightmare Before Christmas. I've got a Guardians of the Galaxy. I've got an Avengers. I've got I don't remember. Star Wars? Do I have a Star Wars one? I don't know. I've got 3, 4, 5 of them. Even found the stool on Facebook and messaged the guy. Oh, you're 6 hours away from Edmonton, so you're probably not going too often. Downburn. Well, I'm allowed to say that because I came from one also. That's just what you call a little. I live in one right now, for God's sakes. Compared to a lot of places, I live in a shit town right now. But I mean, we got 30,000 people here. But some places they call those little shit towns. How big is Spirit River? How many people are in there? Haven't bought anything from Spencer's since the 70s. I didn't even know about Spencer's until the 2010s, I don't think. I'd never seen one. Remember San Francisco, the store? Spencer's is kind of like San Francisco. A little bit, from what I remember from my youth. Beer. These could also just be Canadian things. I don't know if these stores are international stores. No idea on population. Not a lot. It's north of Grand Prairie. Okay, yes. So Grand Prairie is the big town in your area. Then yeah. Spencer's was, BJ's first job was at Spencer's. Should have bought some of these belts and send them to Megan. The thriving metropolis. Yeah, Grand Prairie. I bet you can find these online. If you looked up, yeah, you can find these online. I'm sure you can on Amazon. I don't buy stuff on Amazon. Fuck Jeff Bezos. But you can find them. They're out there. Actually, I got one of them at Canadian Tire. I found a rack of belts on one of the end caps of an aisle at Canadian Tire one. My Captain America one I got at Canadian Tire. Everywhere has a Canadian Tire. Even shit down Alberta has Canadian Tire, doesn't it? Grand Prairie's got to have a Canadian Tire. But that might have been a fluke. I don't know if it's a regular thing. Sister-in-law loves Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, she is intelligent, because that is a fantastic movie. I have a knot cabinet in my living room that I made for wife to put her Nightmare Before Christmas collectible figures and stuff in. We have a Nightmare Before Christmas display in our living room. That's a cab rack that I made. You have Harbor Freight as Canadian Tire. Yeah, but Harbor Freight, I think, I've never been to a Harbor Freight, but Harbor Freight sounds like it's actually more like Princess Auto in terms of a direct comparison from Canada to US. Princess Auto, Harbor Freight. Somebody can help me out with that if I'm wrong. But that's the impression that I get. What's that? That's an impression that I get. Anybody Boss Tones? My brain goes weird places sometimes. Hey, whoa, wait. We saw Marv? Hey, Marv's back. Haven't been. Did a wooden thing get made, or is this a shopping channel? Wooden thing got made. Little Myrtle bowl. Going to click on the thumb and head out for a second walk. Yeah, all right. Later, Marv. Thanks for coming. I made a little bowl. It's random question time. You're missing out on random question time. I bet Quinnell even has a Canadian Tire. That is the end of the random questions. Have I played the guitar much? No, about as much as I thought I was going to, which is not very much. I don't play any guitar much, and usually if I'm playing a guitar, it's going to be an acoustic guitar. And because I don't play any guitar very much, and most of the time it's going to be an acoustic, I don't play my electric guitar almost ever. Don't have a Canadian Tire in Ohio. That's probably true. How's the question of the day? How's work? Work is good. I like my job better than I liked my previous job. It's weird because I almost want, how to explain it? I want to have more hours because I only work 20 hours a week at my job. I have other like little contracts and stuff that I do, but my one main job, I work 20 hours a week, and I want that to either be more hours or less things that I need to accomplish, because I'm trying to do too much in those 20 hours, and I always feel like I'm behind because of that. But it's like, I'm not being told this is how many things you need to do. Like, I'm creating my own job, essentially. So I need to take on fewer things or talk them into giving me more hours. Because I always feel like I'm just 2 steps behind where I need to be. But the job itself, I really like. Thanks for asking. I'm, 4 months in? Something like that. And I'm not regretting my decision. Get a long weekend every week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. But I fill those days with work, other kinds of work that also create income. But those are also things that I like doing. Like, I just finished a contract job that I wrote. I wrote a summary of a food security project that a local nonprofit did to help other nonprofits that want to start up food security systems. So I summarized that, our nonprofit's food security system project, into a package thing to circulate to other nonprofits who want to work on food security systems. And that was fun. It's always great to go to work when you want to be there. Yeah, totally sucks to go somewhere you spend so much of your time at other than, yeah. Amber's back! How was darts? Did you win? I'll wait. Are you in a dart league? I have fun playing darts, but I'm not very good at it, and I don't really know the rules, so we just kind of like made up our own game that we play in the garage when we used to play darts. And now we're just hanging out. Once, but got booty whooped twice by an 8-year-old. Uh-oh. Do I go fishing at all? Weirdly enough, I do not fish. Considering where I live, it's strange that I don't fish. And lots of people think it's weird that I don't fish because fishing is so huge here. I fished in my childhood, in my late, like my preteens and my early teens. I had a spurt where I did fishing when I lived in Saskatchewan in like lakes and rivers. But I've never ocean fished, and I live on the ocean. And I haven't fished at all in 25 years? Probably. I think I would enjoy fishing if somebody said, do you want to come out on the boat and go fishing? But I certainly don't want a boat, because boats are expensive to purchase and own. And I don't want to pay like fishing guides to take me fishing. That sounds stupid. I haven't fished since you moved from the coast. You miss cod jigging. Okay. I don't, because I've never done that. That was a weird thing to say. I don't miss cod jigging. That sounds like the name of a song. I think I should write a song called I Don't Miss Cod Jigging. And it won't be about fishing at all. Actually, cod jigging sounds like it could be a euphemism for something. So you could write a song about cod jigging that isn't about fishing. Okay, this show is going in a weird direction. We need a new question or something. Oh, a little flamey. A little bit flamey. Oh my God, I'm not talking to you anymore. I don't believe you. I think you are talking to me still. I think we're still friends. So we need a new topic. Talked about the cab rack. Made a bowl. There weren't any preloaded questions from any of my posts. I don't have a Lily hypothetical. Yeah, might be all out of ideas. So maybe we'll just wrap it up. I don't know. It's up to you guys. If you guys want me to keep hanging out, you need to keep talking and asking questions and bringing up discussion topics. Oh, here's it. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Yes. This is not. I'm a soapbox for a second, and it's not political. This is not one side versus another side. This is nothing to do with that. But however you feel about anything, whatever your opinion is about whatever, that's fine. You can think however you want to think about whatever it is that you want to think. Don't protest at hospitals. People at the hospital are either going to work saving lives and making people healthier when they are ill or injured, or they're having one of the worst days of their life. And you protesting at the hospital is making that worse for them. Protest away. Protest where it makes a difference, which is not the hospital, by the way. People at the hospital don't make any decisions. They do what they're told, and they do it to the best of their ability to help people. Protest at government offices, at the Senate buildings, at the legislature, wherever the people are making the decisions. Don't protest at hospitals. It has nothing to do with them. And everybody there is either a hero or having one of the worst days of their life already. That's all. Okay. Wait, sorry. There was a thing this week, and thanks for the advice on the lathe this week. Are you gonna go buy it, or what are you? Or Rob, or what are you gonna do about? What are you gonna do with that advice? Bennett, when do you want to do a dump run? Probably pretty soon. Don't impede critical care. This is true. 100% right on the hospital thing. Okay, you're right. I'm still talking to you. I told you that you were still talking to me. Create the ultimate band. I did that one week. Who did I pick? You might have been missing for the create the ultimate band out of other musicians talk. It'll be Ed Vedder on lead vocals. It'll be Carter Beauford on drums. It'll be, who did I pick on bass? Geddy Lee did I pick on bass? Or that Primus guy that I never remember his name, but he's fantastic. Les Claypool, Les Claypool, and Eddie, Carter, Les Claypool, or Geddy Lee. It's a coin flip. I'll take either one. David Gilmour on lead guitar. Nope, David Gilmour on rhythm guitar, because then I can pick a different lead guitar player and they can both play lead. Yeah, Dave Gilmour on rhythm guitar, and lead guitar will be who would I pick on lead guitar? I'm picking these people other than Les Claypool because I don't really know him, which is kind of why I'll lean toward, let's just pick Geddy Lee. I'm picking these people not because primarily because they're fantastic musicians, but also because they seem like genuinely good people. So, okay, I want to be in the band. So I'm going to play rhythm guitar. David Gilmour's going to play lead guitar. So rhythm guitar, David Gilmour, Geddy Lee, Carter Beauford, and Ed Vedder. That'd be a good band. Other than the rhythm guitar player, that's a really good band. And I think I would be fine because they would make me sound better than I am. And B. Pinnell on kazoo. Maybe if we're out touring that way, we'll bring you up on stage for a kazoo solo. Ed could take up any slack. Yeah, see, like, we would sound, the rhythm guitar would just be fine. They could just be like, just play these 3 chords and we'll just do everything else. And I'll be like, okay, cool. Yeah, Eddie Lee. Geddy Lee, Eddie Vedder, Carter Beauford, me, and David Gilmour. Boom. Somebody should make that happen. That's a good question, though. I did it one other week. That's why the names came quick. But I think I may have changed a couple of things this time. Maybe not. Hard to say. I don't think I was in the band last time. But I want to be in the band. What's the name of the band? The name of the band is the Cod Jiggers. I think one more beer and then we'll call it. Don't call me dork, Megan. We've had that talk. Trying to remember why we had that talk. Oh, because I was ripping on bubbly. I think he called me a dork when I was ripping on bubbly because it just tastes like you ran water over fruit. That was another fun show. Little Myrtle bowl. Pinnell didn't make it home in time to watch the show. He's still driving. He's off gallivanting. But lots of people didn't make the show this week. I don't know what Waldrop's up to. Don't know where the Atkins Whites are. Don't know where Beckham is. But, don't change your life for this. That's... No. I mean, this is an entertaining show. Don't get me wrong. But don't plan your life around it. It's not that good. It's not like back when like you actually had to plan your life around the TV show you wanted to watch. You know what I mean? Like, because it only came on Tuesdays at 7. So you actually had to be in front of your TV on Tuesday at 7 if you wanted to watch that one. That's not what this is. Well, I guess it is kind of, because if you watch this after, you can't engage, really. So I guess it is kind of like that. Now that I think about it, you should make decisions in your life based on being around to watch this show. I changed my answer. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that on Saturday night. I have to watch my YouTube show. Because otherwise I don't get to talk to him while he's hanging out in his garage. So yes, plan your life around my show. That's right. Yeah. Oh. Sometimes crap happens. 2 weeks ago, the horse stepped on my toe. Ah, damn. Well, I was wearing flip-flops. Oh, even worse. Tore off my... the more sentences I get into this, tore off my toenail and crushed it. I didn't make the show. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh. You are our weekly episode, and my Facebook stuff is like the TV guide. That's... Okay. Yeah, that sounds... How's your foot there? Dang. Guess you're not helping Ken chase the wasps this week. Yeah, Scott, speaking of people with leg problems, Kyla isn't here this week either. Her knee is theoretically better by now, though. I do plan around it, to be honest. The reception at work sucks, so it's 50-50 if I can make it. But I do wait for this each week. I plan my life around it. I don't do other stuff because I have a show to do on Friday or on Saturday nights. And there were times where I watched a live show often enough that I would not plan other things for that time. So yeah, I understand that. There's an alarm on your phone. Yes. I appreciate you guys. But that's not to say, if you want to go camping for a week or something, don't be like, oh, I can't go camping because we'll miss Mike's show. That's live your life, you know? I don't know what Pinnell's excuse is now, though. That's 2 out of 3. 2 out of the last 3 shows. That's bad administrating. What is that what he's called? Moderating. That's what he's called. He's a moderator. He's going to lose his volunteer position. Pre-game, I make finger foods and kick the kids out of the house. Yes! Let's tailgate this shit. Unless you're the wrench holder, right? See? And he still has a well, maybe we don't know if he's off gallivanting because he needed to go for medical procedure. We probably should go easy on him until we find out why he is not here. Maybe he's protesting at a hospital right now. He's busy. I don't know why I went off on that thing, because nobody who watches this show seems like they would protest at a hospital. But if you ever think I should go protest at the hospital, don't do that. Please don't do that. That makes you a terrible, terrible person. I'm not getting back into it. Let's talk about happy things. Like puppies. Oh, we did that already once. He's traveling back home from vacation. Oh, vacationing. That's not a good excuse. And wait, didn't I just say go camping? If you're gonna if you want to go camping to miss the show, that's okay. I think I just said that a little while ago. Damn. Except unless you're Pinnell. Oh, let's get her wrapped up, I guess. Hour 52 for an episode. That's pretty good. We're just hour 52 and we made the little bowl. I think we were just about under an hour, weren't we? For the actual bowl making section of the night. It was like an hour 2 or an hour 4 or something. With a break in the middle, though. So this was a quick turn, comparatively speaking. And like when we were talking about like sales and stuff, this will probably sell pretty quick if I put it on a table at a market or something, because I'd be able to get away with selling this for like $25-$30. Because I think I didn't check what the blank said before I started turning it, but I want to say it was less than $10, and it took me, let's call it 45 minutes. Because with the break in the middle, and at $20 an hour, that's $15. So if I sell this for $25, I made $20 an hour. And I think somebody would pay $25 for this bowl. So I think it'll probably sell relatively quickly on a table. It is a little tippy though. Like it's a little, should not have. Oh. We had a glitch. Are we still... Hello? Are we still going? We had some kind of situation. Because my phone suddenly told me that I'm connected. I hope, like, I wasn't just talking to myself for the last 20 minutes. All good here. Okay, good. All right. Weird. Oh, let's wrap her up, I guess. It's been another fun one. I appreciate everybody coming. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and whatnot. I don't like those little... They're not even mosquitoes. They're like... I don't know what they are. Thanks for the laughs. Needed to pick me up. What do you need to pick me up for? Oh, because the toe thing. How do I get in touch with you for the pen? You can email me. You've emailed before. The best way is probably through email. It goes to my phone. woodenthingsandstuff@gmail.com. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, another good show. But that's it. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. No, I had a sandwich not that long ago. I had a turkey bacon club from Tim Hortons, like, not too long before the show. So, probably okay. All right. Later, everybody. Rob, you didn't tell me what kind of lathe you're getting. Are you going to pull the trigger on the Laguna? Now I have to wait for Rob. Unless he doesn't want to say. If it's a space problem, I don't think the Shop Fox is... Yes, you are. Okay, good. And then, yeah, get the bed extensions and stuff later if you need to add them. If you find out that you need to add them on, you can do that. And then it's not a huge hit. Like, you don't need to buy the bigger lathe at first, the extra $1,000. You can just add extensions and outboard things and stuff. Okay, that's it. Bye for now. Yes, it is absolutely a good lathe, for sure.